Welcome to Data Protection Basics. Learn how SAP BTP keeps your data safe. It means your information is protected using advanced security measures, so only authorized users can access it. For instance, when you store customer details, they are encrypted and monitored for unauthorized access. This ensures your data remains secure and compliant at all times. Understand simple encryption concepts. Encryption scrambles data so only authorized parties can read it. Think of a secret diary with a lock. Only someone with the key can open and read its contents. This ensures your sensitive information stays private and secure from unauthorized access. Configure basic security settings yourself. This means you actively set up access controls and data encryption rather than relying on defaults. For example, you'd assign team members specific permissions to view customer data but not modify it. Taking these steps ensures your SAP BTP applications start with a strong security foundation. Feel confident about data protection. This means understanding how SAP BTP safeguards your data so you can trust it is secure and handled responsibly. For example, when storing customer information, BTP's built-in security features protect it from unauthorized access. You can proceed with assurance that your data is in safe hands. Why data protection is critical for your enterprise. Protects sensitive company information. This means securing data like financial records and customer details from unauthorized access. For example, employee salary data should only be visible to authorized HR staff, not the entire company. This prevents internal data leaks and maintains confidentiality across your organization. Keeps customer data confidential. This means only authorized people can access private customer information, like personal details or purchase history. For example, in a retail system, customer payment data is encrypted so only the finance team can process it, not other employees. Protecting this confidentiality is essential for maintaining customer trust and legal compliance. Prevents unauthorized access. This means only approved people can view or use sensitive data. For example, employee salary information should be accessible only to HR and payroll staff, not to all company employees. This fundamental control is essential for maintaining confidentiality and trust in any system. Meets legal requirements. This means your data handling must comply with laws like GDPR, which protect personal information. For example, if you collect customer emails, you must have their consent and securely store that data. Adhering to these rules is essential for lawful business operations. Understanding data encryption. Encryption scrambles data into unreadable code. This means it transforms your information so only authorized people can read it using a special key. For example, when you send a private message online, encryption turns it into gibberish during transit. This essential process keeps your sensitive data secure from unauthorized access. Only authorized users can unscramble it. This means data is converted into a secret code that only approved individuals with the correct key can convert back to readable information. For example, when you send a secure email, it is scrambled until the intended recipient unlocks it. This ensures your sensitive information remains protected and confidential at all times. Two main types, at rest and in transit. at rest means data is encrypted while stored, like on a hard drive. In transit means it is encrypted while moving over a network. For example, your online banking data is encrypted when sent to the bank's server. This dual approach ensures your information is protected both when stored and during transmission. Think of it like a secure lockbox for your data. This means your data is scrambled into an unreadable format, accessible only with a unique key. For example, encrypting a customer's credit card number ensures only authorized payment systems can decipher it. This fundamental security measure keeps your sensitive information protected from unauthorized access at all times. Encryption at rest versus encryption in transit. At rest, data stored in databases and files. This means information saved and not actively moving, like files on a server or records in a database. For instance, customer details stored in your company's secure database are encrypted at rest. This ensures your stored data remains protected from unauthorized access even when not in use. In transit, data moving between systems. This means protecting information while it travels across networks, like securing a letter inside an envelope during mail delivery. For example, when you enter your password on a website, encryption ensures no one can read it as it travels to the server. This protection is fundamental for secure digital communication. Both are automatically protected in BTP. This means SAP handles all encryption for your stored data and data moving between services without any manual setup. For example, when your app saves user details in the BTP database, it's secured automatically at rest and during transfer. You can rely on this built-in security for all your applications. You do not need to be an expert, BTP handles it. This means SAP BTP automatically manages all complex encryption tasks for you. For instance, when you store customer data in BTP, it is automatically secured at rest in databases and protected in transit during access. Just focus on building your applications while BTP ensures your data remains protected seamlessly. Locating security settings in the BTP cockpit. Log into your BTP cockpit. This means accessing the central web interface where you manage your cloud services. For example, as an administrator, you open your browser and sign in with your company credentials to begin configuring applications. This initial step is essential for all subsequent security configurations. Navigate to your global account. This means accessing the top-level container holding all your BTP resources and subscriptions. For example, if your company Cloud Corp uses BTP, you would first go to the Cloud Corp global account to manage access. This is your essential starting point for central security administration. Click on Security in the left menu. This opens the security area where you manage access and policies. For example, if you need to check user permissions for an application, you navigate here. This is your central hub for all security configurations in the cockpit. Explore the different security options available. This means learning where to set up protections like user access controls and data encryption in the cockpit. For instance, you can configure rules so only your finance team can view sensitive budget apps. Understanding these settings is essential for building secure applications. SSL TLS certificates made simple. Creates secure connections between systems. This means data is encrypted, like a sealed envelope, so only authorized systems can read it. For example, when your SAP system sends payroll data to a bank, SSL/TLS keeps that sensitive information private during transfer. This encryption ensures your business communications remain confidential and secure from end to end. Like a digital ID card for your applications. This means it proves your app's identity and encrypts data, just as an ID verifies who you are. For example, when your app connects to a secure server, the certificate ensures it is talking to the right place and keeps information safe. This builds trust and security in every interaction. BTP manages most certificates automatically. This means it handles the complex setup and renewal of secure connections for you. For instance, when your app connects to a BTP service, encryption is seamlessly enabled without manual steps. This automation ensures your applications remain securely connected with minimal effort. You can view certificate status in security settings. This means checking if your website's security certificate is active and valid, similar to verifying a passport's expiration date. For example, an online store admin confirms their payment page certificate is current before a holiday sale. Regularly monitoring this ensures your connections remain secure and trusted. Identifying sensitive data within your enterprise systems. Personal customer information. This is private data that identifies individuals, such as names or contact details. For example, this includes a customer's email address and phone number stored in your sales system. Protecting this data is a fundamental responsibility for ensuring customer trust and legal compliance. Financial and payment data. This includes any monetary transaction details, account numbers, or information used for processing payments. For example, a customer's credit card number and purchase amount stored in your system. Protecting this data is critical to prevent fraud and ensure customer trust. Company confidential documents. These are internal files containing proprietary information critical to the business. For example, a strategic roadmap detailing a company's future product launches and market expansions would be considered a company confidential document. Protecting this data is essential for maintaining a competitive advantage. Login credentials and passwords. These are the unique username and password combinations you use to access systems, like your SAP BTP account. For example, your company email and a secret password to log into the BTP cockpit. Protecting these is critical because they are the keys to your organization's digital assets. Secure data storage practices for enterprise applications. Use BTP's built-in secure storage. This means relying on BTP's pre-configured, managed services like the SAP HANA Cloud for storing data, which automatically handles encryption and security patches. For instance, an app can safely keep user profiles in a secure database service. This built-in approach is the most reliable way to protect your application's data. Apply proper access controls. This means only authorized users can view or modify specific data. For instance, in an employee database, HR staff can see salary details, but marketing staff cannot. Consistently enforcing these rules ensures your data remains secure and accessible only to those who need it. Regularly review who can access data. This means periodically checking and confirming which users or systems have permissions to view or modify your information. For example, a project manager should verify that only current team members can access project files, removing those who have left. This continuous oversight is essential for maintaining strong data security and preventing unauthorized exposure. Keep software updated automatically. This means enabling systems to self-update without manual intervention, ensuring you always have the latest security patches. For instance, configure your SAP BTP services to receive automatic updates to protect against new vulnerabilities. This proactive approach is a foundational step in securing your data. Understanding data retention policies and requirements. How long to keep data before deleting? This means defining a specific period, like months or years, after which data is automatically removed to comply with policies and manage storage. For instance, a company might keep customer support chat logs for 2 years before purging them. Establishing this timeline is essential for effective data governance. Different rules for different data types. This means you do not keep all your data for the same length of time. For example, you might keep customer transaction records for 7 years for auditing, but only keep system log files for 90 days. This approach helps you manage storage costs and comply with regulations efficiently. Helps manage storage and compliance. This means you can automatically delete old data you no longer need, keeping your storage costs low while ensuring you follow legal rules about how long to keep information. For instance, a company might automatically erase customer support tickets after 7 years to meet data privacy laws. This proactive control simplifies both cost management and regulatory adherence. Prevents keeping unnecessary old data. This means automatically removing outdated information that's no longer useful for business operations. For example, a retail system could delete customer shopping carts abandoned over a year ago, which are irrelevant for current sales analysis. This cleanup saves storage and keeps your data current and manageable. Setting basic retention policies for enterprise data management. Go to Security Settings in BTP Cockpit. This is where you manage rules for keeping or deleting data. For instance, set a policy to automatically delete old log files after 30 days to save space. Always configure retention in security settings to maintain compliance and efficiency. Navigate to Data Retention section. This means accessing the area in your system where you control how long data is kept. For example, you might set customer support tickets to be automatically deleted after 3 years. This ensures you manage data efficiently and comply with legal requirements. Set simple time periods for data types. This means defining how long specific data, like customer records or logs, should be kept before automatic deletion. For instance, you could set application log files to be retained for only 90 days to manage storage costs. This basic policy helps ensure data is managed efficiently without manual intervention. Save your settings, BTE will enforce them. This means once you configure and save your retention rules, the platform automatically applies them without manual intervention. For example, if you set logs to delete after 30 days, BTP will systematically remove them on day 31. Your defined policies are actively managed, ensuring compliance and resource control. Encryption Key Management Basics. Keys unlock your encrypted data. This means only with the correct digital key can scrambled, protected information be read and used. For example, your encrypted cloud file is locked. Using the right key makes it accessible and readable. Therefore, managing these keys securely is essential for accessing your information. BTP manages keys securely for you. This means the platform automatically handles the creation, storage, and lifecycle of your encryption keys, so you do not have to. For example, when your application saves user data, BTP uses these managed keys to encrypt it automatically. This built-in security lets you focus on building applications with confidence. You can view key status in security settings. This means you can check if your encryption keys are active, expired, or compromised. For example, if a key is scheduled to expire, you can see this and renew it before data access is disrupted. This proactive monitoring ensures your sensitive information remains protected at all times. Automatic key rotation keeps data safe. This means the system regularly generates new encryption keys and retires old ones, preventing prolonged key exposure. For instance, your cloud documents are re-encrypted with fresh keys periodically without any manual action. This continuous process ensures your sensitive information remains protected against potential threats over time. Your essential security checklist for rapid deployment. Verify encryption is enabled. This means ensuring that any data stored or transmitted is converted into a secret code to prevent unauthorized access. For instance, when saving customer information in a database, encryption scrambles this data so only authorized users with the key can read it. Always confirm this setting is active to protect your sensitive information from potential breaches. Check SSL TLS certificate status. This means verifying your website's security certificate is valid and current, ensuring data is encrypted. For example, an online store must check its certificate to securely process customer credit card payments. This simple step is essential for protecting sensitive information from being intercepted. Review data retention settings. This means checking how long your application stores user information before automatically deleting it. For example, an e-commerce app might keep customer purchase history for only 3 years due to privacy laws. Properly configuring this protects you from storing sensitive data longer than necessary. Confirm access controls are set. This means verifying that only authorized users can access specific applications and data. For instance, ensure only HR staff can view employee salary information in your HR app. Proper access controls are essential for protecting sensitive information and maintaining security compliance. Your organization is now data protection ready. You understand basic encryption concepts. This means you can convert readable data into a secret code to protect it from unauthorized access. For example, when you send a private message in an app, encryption scrambles it so only the intended recipient can read it. Mastering this is your first step to securing data effectively. You can navigate to security settings. This means you can easily find and access the controls for your data protection. For instance, you might go there to set up user authentication methods. This direct access ensures you can quickly manage and maintain your security posture. You know how to set retention policies. This means you can define automatic rules for how long data is kept before it is securely deleted. For example, you could automatically purge customer support chat logs after 7 years to comply with legal requirements. This ensures your data lifecycle is managed systematically and compliantly. You are protecting your organization's data. This means you use SAP BTP's built-in security and compliance tools to keep sensitive company information safe from unauthorized access or loss. For example, customer records stored in your cloud application are automatically encrypted. This proactive security builds trust and ensures operational integrity.